When defenders toe the line with Benito Jones, they know that they have their hands full.
Here's Ralph Webb hitting the backfield.
Nice job by Benito Jones.
Should still be able to run the ball. Not that time, though. Ole Miss crashed into the backfield. That's Benito Jones, a very talented player on the inside.
He's paid rent in the opposition's backfield since the first day he stepped onto the gridiron.
Thompson. Hand off, and again backwards, and again, guess who? Benito Jones.
Oh, he's a big boy. You know, his effort, his energy, his mobility make him a factor on every down he's in the football game.
If you ask him, he would think he's faster than us, but he's not ready for that yet. But he's very fast to be a big guy.
Just his quickness, you know what I mean? Being a defensive lineman, you want to try to beat the offensive lineman off the ball.
He's one of those guys that what I think of as a scheme changer because he is so quick off the ball. It's unique, it's different.
His hands are extremely quick, and just to see him swipe the center and use his speed to get vertical and get that tackle for a loss, I mean, he's got to do that over and over again.
First and foremost, he Mississippi raised, so when you from Mississippi, you automatically got some type of edge on you, and he seemed to play with that edge.
There are many characteristics of being Mississippi-made, embracing the country lifestyle being one of them. Growing up on a farm in Waynesboro, Mississippi, there is no questioning Benito's level of country.
I think it was in the weight room during off-season lifts, and he was just like, man, y'all got to invest in some cattle or something. I was like, dude, what? Just my home. Well, I'm born and raised, and I like being around my dogs, cows. Me and my brother, we do a lot of work to it and try to have it about the same thing my dad had it when he was running.
His coon dogs, he loved the farm, cattle, that's all he all he ever talks about.
Yeah, you just follow me. Follow me. Hey, Cole Luke. What my coon dog name?
The best hunting coon dog's name is Sam.
You see that? He can't be in California. I don't even want to be in California.
Hunt Sam.
For spring break, most guys are wanting to go to the beach or going to hang out. He's wanting to go coon hunting. And, his favorite hunting dog was Sam. I didn't know that. So every once in a while on third down, I'll be like, hunt Sam. So we need to go get a sack.
Go, Nito! Hunt Sam! Hunt Sam!
My dad, he put me in it. He used to hunt a lot. When he found out that I can really hunt on my own, he bought me my first couple of coon dogs. Got on the internet, started searching. So I found some dogs that I really liked, and they were pretty good.
He's pretty country. He's a quiet guy, but if you actually talk to him, he know about all the mud riding, the fishing.
He doesn't apologize for that, and it's great to hear him talk about hunting and hear him talking about his animals and being on the farm, and occasionally watch him come in, with his coveralls and boots on. And I teased him one day. He came in. I said, "Listen, only tough guys wear that coveralls and boots like that." And he kind of gave me that grin and say, "You looking at one."
I mean, I'm hunting at night. I ain't out in the streets doing something crazy. I mean, daytime, foodling cows. My farm, it saved me from a lot of trouble.
The meaning of hard work and dedication was instilled in Benito by his parents, Billy Ray and Juanita Jones. On August 23, 2016, expecting a call from his father, he would instead receive a call that would not only impact the farm, but the entire Jones family.
I went to class and my phone was vibrating. I said, well, that's him. Well, I got the phone call, and then my sister, she was telling me that he had passed away and he died in a car accident. And first thing that came to my mind was like my mom, my sisters, and the farm.
Struck by tragedy, Benito found comfort in the company of his teammates.
Marquise and DJ and Big Breland. I mean, there was the guys who really was around me that day. I can really say Ole Miss is a family. Nobody left me hanging. They all, Mr. Sammy, he called me almost every day, talking to me, praying for me and my family.
I think we've talked about it a lot, about you don't have to be blood to be family. I think it's easy to be good when everything's hunky-dory, but you find out a lot about a program, a lot about a team when you go through tough times.
If someone loses a loved one, it's kind of like, okay, we all just lost a loved one because you're our brother. So our focus was just to keep him uplifted.
With the pain of losing his father still fresh in his mind, Jones knew there was one place he had to be.
I told him I'm gonna play, because that's something my dad wanted me to do. I mean, I ain't never missed a game. other than being hurt, but like my emotions and stuff, I mean, I put it to the side. I said, Dad, just be watching me, you know, above me. I mean, he have a better seat than anybody in the stadium.
I don't remember much other than him making the play in the backfield.
They feed the big guy, but he's dropped in the backfield. Storming through to make the play is a true freshman, Benito Jones. He's emotional, Kirk. He lost his dad last week, playing inspired tonight.
I don't think I know that his dad saw that and said, you know what, that was my son out there that did that. Because he had been through a lot to get to where he was, and to be able to do that on that stage, and I know that had to be special.
I feel like he's right here with me right now. I mean, you know, it's just a thing, like my dad always said, son, one day I have to leave one day. And he'll say, I will be with you. Well, no matter where I'm at, I think he with me. No matter what I'm doing, on the farm or anything, I mean, I think he with me.
Oh, yeah. It's just a call my daddy used to call him, and then they'll come, just like that. They just a little hungry. Anyway. There's one over there. She been here for years. And I just call her Bighorn. As you see, you finna see how big she is.
The first thing that really stood out to me when we went to Benito's house is, you know, I saw this baby, and I asked how old was the baby, and they told me a week old. And I said, well, really? I said, well, where's the mom? She was outside like cooking on the grill, you know what I mean? So that's the kind of pedigree that they have. They're workers.
He's just a good, honest country kid. You know, he goes about his work. He enjoys his cows. He loves his truck. He does all the things that you would expect a country kid to do.
This about 120 acres worth of pasture land. As right now, you see, like, I have one of my tractors over there. My uncle and my brother, they bush hogging, so I ain't gonna run it. I let them run it. This the grown man right here.
Is that Sam?
It's Sam. When they find a coon, they'll bark. Like they find a scent or something, they'll bark, and that's when you know they're on a track or something. Like he won't bark a lot, but he'll do like a long bark. Then I mean, the coon out there, you gotta really put time in it. You ain't putting time in them, they really ain't gonna be worth a crap. You gotta put time in them. Act like I got some feed for them.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah. Some days I do let them come out, open the gate, let them go eat grass in the yard, go all around, cause they all come back. I always just let them. Sometimes I leave the gate open, like if I'm here for the weekend, I leave the gate open all day, for all weekend. They don't go nowhere hurting them. I mean, I was born to being like a country guy. I mean, I'd rather do this the rest of my life. And I look at everything back home as family. And one day, you know, I have a daughter, so there's some thing about when she get older. I mean, I'm doing all this now so I can just have everything playing out the way I want to go. I know it's gonna be stormy roads and tough time, hard times, and like right now, it's a tough thing to do, but you know, you just keep your mind in it, and I mean, hard work pays off. Yeah, I done seen the farm, seen my cow, seen my place. So now I gotta go. Now me and my cousin, we gotta go to work. You ain't working, you can't be around us.